What's going on, guys? Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. And today we're going to be doing just a quick little daytime review of this cabin that I stayed at last night on the outskirts of Salento. Really beautiful. I really enjoyed doing the nighttime review last night, and we're going to do the daytime one today. The sun's out. We can see some of the views, and let's get started. So pretty much here, I just woke up. I'm kind of packing up my things to head back in town, and the views, like this is the bathroom now, and check out this view. This is really wow. And the place I stayed at last night, the luxury loft on the outskirts of Pereira, there's neighbors, and they were playing music, and it was kind of noisy. It was a little bit noisy for part of the morning, and also you hear like the roosters kind of making noise in the morning. Here, I heard a little bit of the roosters in the morning, and then it just kind of faded away, and then it just turned into just peace and just silence and quiet and privacy, and it felt really cool. So, oh, and one thing here, I was just walking and into the bedroom, and I almost missed it, but I don't know if you guys can see right there. Do you guys see that? There's a grasshopper. It has a huge antenna, huge. And it looks like it's the kind where it blends, the color blends into its surroundings. And he's just kind of hanging out on the wood. And he's like the exact color of the wood. Really cool. I don't know if it's one of the ones that changes colors. But he's there, he's watching me. It's huge. And look at his antenna's just moving like that. Just slowly, he's probably picking up all the sounds and the vibrations. Look at that. One antenna is just kind of like vertical. Really something else. But yeah, I saw that this morning. I was like, whoa, I got scared for a second. But I'm not one to hurt any insects or animals. I let him go. He's big and healthy. Let him live his life. And last night as well, before we go outside here, I was sitting on the bench here doing some work on my laptop, and a huge spider crawled out from underneath the thing. Huge. And some people like to kill the spiders, but I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna let them go. I'm one with the insects, one with nature. Yeah, I don't want to hurt anything here. Oops. Where are we at? Okay. So, go outside and get some views, and then we'll start the journey into Salento for the day. So really quick here, just getting some footage of the outside of the cabin. Very beautiful. And again, if anybody is interested in staying in this place, I'll drop the link below for the Airbnb. The guy, Fabio, has been very helpful, and also Christian and his wife, who helped. They're the locals who kind of like are helping the people arrive. And this is the view of the surrounding valley. Man, just a little bit of stumps to sit, just kind of hang out, eat some breakfast, drink some coffee. Look at this, super cool. And I like this handmade rail, and it comes all the way down to here. This probably marks the edge of the property. And the views are spectacular. Really cool. And one thing to keep in mind if you're interested in buying, property out here, real estate or anything, a lot of these places, and like the place I stayed at last night, the loft, I was talking with the guy, it doesn't take much to construct the house. You know, it's not as expensive as it would be maybe in the US or somewhere, but the only thing is, what the other guy said is acquiring the land is another component, which could be difficult because the land is actually even harder to acquire than building the house itself. So if you can get a good deal of land in a really cool spot in Colombia, could be worth it. You know, could be worth it. This is some kind of not sure what, a chair, I think. Is it a chair? Yeah, it's a chair. And it's on like a metal stump holder. This is another bench here to sit down. And another shot here of the cabin. Let's get a nice shot of it. Very peaceful. Now let's get the views from the left. So you can see a bit of a valley there, a little bit of cabins and houses up, and I believe that's Pereira, or not, that's Salento, if you can see it right up there. That's the city, so we're not too far out. And then if you go here to the right, this is the big view, and these are some of the surrounding kind of little mini pueblos and fincas and cabañas that are kind of surrounding, scattered throughout the valley. Really cool. So I'm not going to make this video too long today because I have to go into the town, eat some breakfast, and get some footage. But I just wanted to do an outside walk around review of the cabin. Another really cool bench. And it's really open. There's just windows everywhere. And this would be, I guess, considered like the backyard. Another bench right there to sit down. And this is the back of the cabin. That's the water holder where you would stores water. Let's see here. Now there's stump to sit down, and then it looks like the property ends right around here, and we're up pretty high now. It's a little bit more elevated. You can kind of have a nice view, and there's the view of the valley from this angle, which is also pretty nice. Another bench. And here's a little shack here for if you're doing, I guess if they're doing any work, any yard work. Nice shack. One downside of what I miss from compared to the place last night, the luxury loft in Pereira, was that over there were tons of birds, tons. So if you're just kind of hanging out right now, right on the outside of that loft, birds everywhere, tons. So if you're really into bird watching, just hearing the natural sounds of nature, the birds, that place, that location is just there's an abundance of birds there, and they're just alive and they're happy and they're chirping. Now as we're here, I don't hear too many birds. Few. But definitely not as many as the loft in Pereira. And if you guys don't know, like I said in my last video, Colombia is, I believe it's #1 in the world for bird watching, because it has this just rich, it's very biodiverse. So you have all these different species, all these different animals, all these different foods that grow. You have the tropical, you have the desert, you have the Amazon, you have the rainforest, you have the oceans and the beaches, and you just get all of that variation of all these different kind of ecosystems together, and it gets very biodiverse, and a lot of different species and animals can be found within the country, and especially with birds. Brazil is also extremely biodiverse. So, gonna wrap it up here soon. Just getting some final shots of the cabin. This place is just beautiful, so I want to take it all in. Now there are a few birds there on the wire. Don't know if you guys can see them right there. Not too loud today. And yes, there is internet here. There is internet. There's a bird, a mother bird with its kid, and there's some other ones here. And they're kind of quiet today. Not making too much noise, just relaxing, hanging out, enjoying the day. And we'll just do a walk around from this way. And I love these plants. These tropical shrubs, staghorn family plants. And these only grow in tropical places. I saw them in Miami, these kinds. It may be a different type, but very similar. They do grow in Miami in the US, but I think that's as far as that's the only place, because it needs a tropical climate. And I believe with these kind, you can there's a way to fertilize them, or there's a way to kind of spread them, where you just take a little bud, or you take a little bit, and then you clip it, and then you kind of have to put it in a different spot, and they could spread. They're easy to cultivate. But again, it takes a lot of work and time. I could be wrong on that, but I know a lot of the species here, you can do that. You can spread them. This is, I think, aloe vera. There's a flower. Just kind of get a shot here. And that's the path I'm going to be leaving here to walk down to the city. And then there's a main path. It's like a dirt path that the horses take. It's right down there. And that leads to Salento, about 10 to 15 minute walk. So I'm going to be getting my bags here and heading out. But my overall experience with this place, awesome. I loved it so much. And my favorite at that is it's so peaceful. It's so calm. It's so relaxing. It's so private. There's no neighbors. No neighbors whatsoever. You can do whatever you want. If you want to blast the music as loud as you want, so be it. It's just you. It's so just relaxing. It's very relaxing. Like I said, the privacy here is unreal, and the view, and just feeling connected with nature, but yet having the internet available, high-speed internet, which it wasn't super high speed, but it was high enough to where I did my work, what I need to get done. There's lights, there's water. Really awesome place, and it's very fun inside. I like the way how they constructed it. It's a very fun cabin. Just watching these, whatever kind of birds these are, just circling around. Just hanging out. So I think I covered everything, and if you do want to get here, I'll leave a link below. And the closest major city would be Pereira to fly into, or if you're traveling from there, or Armenia or Manizales. Those are the three cities in the coffee region. And the biggest major cities from there would be Medellin or Cali or Bogota or Cartagena. You can fly in from pretty much wherever. Colombia is very connected with flights, and I would recommend checking Easy Fly Airlines, because they have a lot of they fly a lot of different routes, and they might fly some into the coffee region from whatever cities that you're in for a cheaper or for a direct route. So that could be another option, which doesn't show up on Google Flights. easyfly.com.co. Really great service with them, actually. Direct, and it's not as big as like an international huge megabus plane, a little bit smaller, just get right there, less time spent at the airport and everything. Let's get some final shots here, and then I'm gonna head into the town, get some breakfast, and start the day with the tours. But I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time, and I'm taking it all in, because once you're gone from this place, once you head out, that's it. And I would like to come back here. I said last night at the loft, one night was good enough. But here, I would stay a couple nights. I would stay a couple nights here. It just has something different. It's like a magical kind of really different kind of vibes. Nice little breeze coming in right now. Listen very closely. Almost sounds like running water. In the distance. There may be a river at the bottom of this cliff. Just picking up some of the natural sounds here for a couple minutes, then we'll close it off. There's just a bird I heard it. There it goes again. There's a bird chirping in the distance. So we're at the 20-minute mark, just about here, 19 minutes. So gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you haven't yet, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for lots more content coming your way. And thanks for tuning in, everybody, today. Highly recommend this spot if you're in Pereira. Any questions, feel free, drop a comment below. And highly recommend this place. It's been an awesome time here. I had a blast. I really had a blast. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and bye-bye. Also, very quick here, I wanted to add the fragrance of the day, CHHC by Carolina Herrera for Men. I'm sure you guys may have seen this before. I did a review on my channel exclusively on this one. And this is my fragrance for the day. It's, you know, when I think of this, I think of leather, I think of whiskey, I think of purple, dark royal purple, majestic, royalty, spicy, different, unique, and with the colognes, the fragrances, it really depends on your mood. So it just depends on what mood you're in. But this one has been regarded to as maybe the lone wolf, or if you're out just by yourself, just doing your thing, and you're just kind of just going your own way. So that's kind of the mood I'm in today. And I'm gonna go with CHHC for Men. Definitely must have for any collection, any fragrance collection. First time I actually smelled it, I thought it was bad. It was just, it came off too much. Some of the top notes were just too strong. Sometimes you can't really judge a fragrance right from the top notes. You gotta let it kind of sit in a little bit, kind of wear it through the dry down period, see how it mixes on your skin. And then I wore it a couple times again, and I just fell in love. It's just awesome. Awesome, awesome. Must have. And for the price, this bottle I think was 50 or 60 bucks. So that's the fragrance for today here. And we are on the outskirts of Salento, Colombia, in a cabin, and about to head back to the city. So I just wanted to add this into the review that I did here of the cabin. The cabin, and I wanted to do fragrance of the day. Since I'm doing the daytime review of the cabin, I wanted to add a little bit of the fragrance of the day in there with the daytime review of the cabin. So I might start adding into my videos too, just a very quick, not a full video on the fragrance, but just fragrance of the day, very quick summary breakdown and my thoughts on it. So again, CHHC for Men, majestic, purple, royalty, gold, leather, spicy leather, black leather jackets. It smells great. It smells great. I'm gonna do one more spray. So that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna add this into the review of the cabin here. So thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and bye-bye.